supervising. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do some flying geese, which I enjoy. And then also tomorrow we have our local quilt shop day. There will be a demo at 10:30 in the shop, and then there's going to be a sale on the tool that I use. I'm actually using that tool today, so you'll get to see it in action. But tomorrow's the only day that you can get the discount on the tool, so you might want to hold off until tomorrow. And then in 2 weeks, we've got our birthday celebration. That's 3 years. Thank you for supporting us. And we're going to have a make and take in the classroom space. That's where we're at today. And there's also going to be a sale, and that'll be announced as we get closer. So let's get started on our flying geese. So I've got some samples here already that I've already done, but I'm using the block lock tool. And what I love about the block lock tool is there is a groove right here, and that is where your seam sets in. There's directions that come with the block lock tools, and they come in different sizes. You want to follow the directions because it's going to tell you how to press things so that they fit in those grooves. I'm going to show you today. So this is the 3 by 6 inch finished flying geese ruler, but you start off with a 3 3/4 by 6 3/4, and then you need 2 for the sky, 3 3/4 squares. So I'm going to put the first one on here, line up my points, and then Les is going to follow me over here to the machine. I have the machine set up with a two-point stitch. Can't do anything without this, so sorry that I'm going to have to put this on and take this off. And I'm going to start stitching right here at the point. The reason why I'm starting here in the middle is because if I start down here at this end, everything kind of gets sometimes a little gathered up right here when you first get started. So this is a little more secure up here. And I'm lining it up right here on the point where the needle's going to come down. And I'm using a sew straight. And now I like to use painter's tape. They do come with adhesive with the package. And I'm lining it right up with the stitching line here. This way I don't have to draw lines. And my foot pedal over where I want it. And so watch, as I'm doing this, I'm just watching where I'm at right here. I'm not looking up here, I'm looking down here. And I'm coming into the point, got that point right there. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to trim this. I'm going to trim 1/4 inch off. I do want to use a ruler. Sometimes I'll use scissors to be faster when I'm trimming up, mainly when I'm doing my bindings. But in this case, you want to have this pretty accurate because it's going to fit in that groove here in a minute. And I'm going to take it over and I am going to press my seam up. Go to the iron. And you want to get it good and flattened out. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to right sides together again, line them up. I'm going to start stitching up here. If you're looking for a sewing machine, I got to tell you one thing that you're really going to want to add to it. Make sure you get a knee lift that'll lift your foot pedal up. It's like having an extra hand. And again, I'm concentrating on this point here and I'm keeping it on the line most of the time. There are times that I get distracted. Here, look how fun this is. It all just goes so fast and easy. Again, I'm lining up on 1/4 inch. Oh, I should have mentioned this. If I wanted to, I could have stitched on the other side a ½ inch away from this stitch here, and this would have been a half square triangle that I could use somewhere else some other time. Press this up. Okay, now is when you're going to see the flying geese ruler. Again, the groove's right here, and everything was pressed up. And did you see how that snapped in? You might have even heard that. You guys can't even hear me, so I don't know how I expect you to hear this snap in. There you go. It snaps in, so it holds it in place. And this way you get a very true on your points down here and your points up there. Very accurate. I know my blade is open and I'm swinging the rotary cutter around. If you worked in the store, I'd be on your case about doing that. Oops, I want to show you one more thing. So when I come in on this, here, these points are very delicate because they've been cut so they're not the full thickness. When I come in, I bring my blade in and then I come back slightly and then go. If I start back out here and go in, I'm more apt to hit this corner right here. You want to keep your corners on your rulers when you can. So I finished this one up. Now I'm going to show you how I sew them together. I'm going to sew it on the bottom of this one. When you're doing this, I like to have my point facing up. That way I know I can make sure that I hit that spot. But this is a 1/4 inch from that point to the edge there. That doesn't mean that I still can't make mistakes. Line it up good. Minded their own there for a minute. And I don't back stitch because again I'm using a smaller stitch length. So I'm coming in right here, couple things, and I stop for a minute. You can kind of see this is kind of pushing, this foot right here is kind of pushing right here. So I lift that foot up a little bit, let it rest. And if it pushes again, I would stop. Don't know that I hit my point right on that one. Oh, I'm a little off right there. I'm a little off on this end too. So I actually would have to tear this out for the in real life. So there's my point right there, and then when I go to press it, I'm not going to press it because I'm going to take it out and fix it. I would press it up, point going up. See how I did the point right here on this one? And again, I have to take this out because I can't be showing people with it, but it's an 1/8 of an inch, it's a 16th off actually. Anyway, have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you. And, oh, I didn't use this, did I? This is the tool that's going to be on sale, and I'll be demoing that tomorrow. So this is the Stripology Mini, and it does 6.5 inches by 6.5 inch squares, trimming up, but I use it to trim up a 1/4 half square triangle. Have a great one.